You're going through his phone, you find he's making a date. There is an argument.
Because I did not think that we were ever going to break up.
The police were called, and you told the police that he didn't live there. I think that you were really angry. You have to stop being angry. Mr. Henry, what you're doing is suing the defendant with whom you had a relationship for a period of time for the return of property that you had in an apartment that you once shared, and for filing a false restraining order, a false police report.
Yes, Your Honor.
The defendant says that you never lived with her, that you damaged her front door, and you filed a restraining order against her that was false. So, Ms. Christian, I think I'm going to start with you.
Yes, ma'am.
According to the papers that were filed, you and Mr. Henry did, in fact, live together for a period of time up until...
October 9th.
Shh! Up until October 9th of 1921.
Yes, Your Honor.
Of 2021, 1921, hardly almost the year of my birth.
Yes, ma'am.
2021, when he left.
Yeah, without a no.
Just a second. October of 2021. Then the information that I have contained in these papers indicate that he sort of came begging back, and that was in February.
Yes, ma'am.
Of 2022. And you took him back.
Yes, ma'am.
And he was living with you. You were living in the same apartment from February of 2022 until what you say in your answer is June of 2022, when for some reason you were looking through his phone. Now, you were looking through his phone because he was acting weird or whatever.
Yes.
That's June of 2022. You understand where I'm going, Miss Christian, don't you? Of course you do. So from February of 2022, February, March, April, May, for 4.5 months, Mr. Henry and you occupied the same residence.
No, ma'am.
Your residence.
No, ma'am.
Well, that's what you say.
No, ma'am.
Oh. Well.
He lived in his own apartment in Merritt Island. When we got back together.
Here we go. On February 15th, 2022, he contacted me and we got back together. He had his own place and never lived with me again. He would stay over occasionally and bring a few things to make himself comfortable. On June 21st, I went through his phone because he was acting weird. Where was he when you went through his phone?
He was asleep.
He was asleep where?
In my bed.
Okay. In the apartment?
Yes, I work at 6 o'clock.
In the apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, yes, ma'am. And I saw that he was setting up a date with the mother of his child.
Yes, ma'am.
I got upset, dropped off my son, and then came back home while he was packing. He told me he was taking my couch, TV, dresser, dining table, and everything in my apartment. So my next question to you is, who paid for the couch?
Me.
I'd like to see a receipt.
I don't have it.
Who paid for the couch?
It was a couple years ago.
Shh.
Sorry.
My brother, Adonis Glover, he's the one that gave me the furniture.
Just a second.
He gave me the couch, the love seat, the lamp, a few other things listed on that document.
When did he give them to you?
He gave it to me before me and Miss Christian moved in the first apartment.
So let's go back. Where was the first place that you lived with the defendant?
Cocoa, Florida.
Okay. From when to when?
From 2020 October to February, March 2021, because that's when her lease was up.
Were you both on the lease in that apartment?
No, I wasn't on that lease.
Just you?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the first place that you lived together?
Yes.
And why did you leave that place, Mr. Henry?
She was relocating to Titusville. I helped her move into it, and I moved in as well.
Does that sound familiar to you? Be very careful what you say to me, because when I say I read the papers and I have my own preconceived ideas of what this case is about based upon 50 years worth of experience, be very careful what you say to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Does that sound familiar to you?
No, ma'am, he is lying.
He is lying about what?
Adonis did not give him that furniture. Furniture was given to me, never was given
Just a second. So we're not talking about the furniture now. We're talking about when you lived together.
Okay.
You first lived someplace together and then moved into another place.
Yes, ma'am.
So that sounds familiar. Am I correct that this is all about furniture?
No.
Mr. Henry, value of property She's not paying you for property, for furniture that was given to you that was secondhand. You have to understand that. If I find that it's your furniture, you're going to go and get it.
Yes, that's what I was hoping.
Just a second. You're going to go and get it.
Yes.
If you can establish to me that it's your furniture, you can keep it. You're not a married couple. I have a couple of issues with some things that I think that you did, because I actually think that you were together and he was packing his things. But then the police were called and you told the police that he didn't live there. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because...
And just a second. And that wasn't true.
It is true.
Tell me where he was living.
He was living in Merritt Island. Okay. Whenever we broke up in October, from October to February, we broke up. He reached out to me the day after Valentine's Day. We started talking. He was buying me gifts to try to get back in my good graces. He was doing all this extra stuff to try to get back in my good graces. We got back together. He never did move back in with me. He always did live in his apartment in Merritt Island. I work at 6 o'clock in the morning till 12 p.m. Sometimes whenever I didn't have a babysitter, he doesn't have a job, he would watch my son. That's why he had a key. That's why he had to spend the night bag and all of that. He would bring over his clothes, shoes, PlayStation, anything to make himself comfortable to stay the night. And whenever the police were called, they made him collect all of those belongings and leave. They escorted him off the property, told him that he was not allowed back. They told me that
well, that's because if that's what's happened, that's because they believe you, which I don't.
Okay. They definitely...
That's because they believe you, and I don't, because if he was trying to get back in your graces and he was living in his own space and you weren't back together again, why in the world were you going through his phone? If you were just a casual gal, and a casual gal doesn't let him stay with her son because, well, he was available and he wasn't working, so he watched my son and he stayed over. That all sounds like a whole lot of Who Shot John. And it was convenient for you to be able to say he doesn't live here. So all I want to know, Miss Christian, is this case is mostly about furniture, used furniture.
I also have a TV there.
Do you have the receipt for it?
Yes, I have a title.
I'd like to see it. You have a TV in the house that belongs to him?
So the TV was...
Just a second. That's either yes or no.
No, the TV does not belong to him.
Who does it belong to?
The TV was a gift from him to me that I ended up paying off because he told me that when he bought it, that it was bought cash. Whenever months later, I paid the TV off.
No, you didn't.
Just a shh. First, you're going to show me that you paid it off. I assume you have proof that you paid it off?
I paid him cash for it because I did not think that we were ever going to break up.
Well, you never thought you were going to break up. I thought he didn't live with you. I thought he didn't live with you. You don't buy TV for somebody that you don't live with, that you're not going to watch all the time.
Eventually thought we were going to move into a house together, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Oh, don't tell me what you thought.
The TV that was bought was before I even...
Okay.
That had nothing
That's a PlayStation and
That's still
Nintendo.
property that's still at the apartment.
Okay. These are things that you say are yours.
Yes.
That you bought and paid for.
Yes.
Okay. All of these receipts.
All of it. No help.
Okay, so let's go beyond the point of now you're back together again, because that's what I believe. He's in bed, you're going through his phone, you find he's making a date with the mother of his child, you get annoyed, you take your son to another location because you know that there's going to be an argument. You come back, there is an argument,
Yes.
He wants to take stuff, whatever, police are called, you tell the police he doesn't live there, they escort him out. He wants his property now. You're not married people, whoever paid for the property or whoever.
Property.
Okay, he has a Nintendo, a PlayStation, Sony.
Your Honor, he collected those whenever
Just a second. A queen mattress and foundation. And we have May of 2022. This is a TV, an LED TV.
Yes.
That was my birthday present.
Nah.
What?
Okay, so I have titles to these things. You have titles or receipts for any of these things?
I don't have receipts for any of those things. He grabbed his PlayStation, his Switch, and everything whenever he left. The only thing that is in my apartment is the TV that he bought me for my birthday. May is my birthday. May 7th is my birthday. That was my birthday present that he bought for me.
Did you take your Nintendo?
No.
Did
I haven't had... Recently, that was something different. My storage unit was just broken into. This is why I don't have original documents. And she stole more of my property.
I don't know that. Did you file a police report?
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay. Did they ever find any of the property?
No,
Perhaps?
not right now.
Okay. The couch, whatever other furniture is there, is how old? I mean, it used to be used furniture, so it was...
Yeah, my brother Adonis got it when he paid for it. It was like a kind of like a bundle deal for the apartment, like a lot of furnishing, and I ended up giving him some money for, looking out.
That was 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
And it was used furniture at the time?
Yeah. It wasn't nothing like brand new out of the seal.
How much did you pay for the TV?
I got taxed when I was like at 15, almost to $2,000, because it's a 60-inch smart TV.
Okay, so what is it that you want, is my question.
I want a court order to go get the rest of my property.
I have to know what the rest of your property is.
Yes.
You have the TV.
The TV, I have asthma medication, I have plantar fasciitis.
I want to tell you something. She threw out your asthma medication.
I believe so, too.
She threw out your asthma medication.
Yeah.
What else?
I have crutches. I have.
You have what?
Crutches and certain things. I have
You don't
PlayStation.
Look, you don't need crutches. And the PlayStation you said was in the storage unit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not interested in the storage unit. So far, I have a TV. What else?
My mattress, my bed,
you don't want
that
that.
I had
You don't
in
want
the
that.
apartment.
You don't want a mattress. Are you back with this lady now?
No.
Where are you living?
I've been living on the streets. I've been living out of my car ever since this been happening.
Where are you going to put a mattress?
I have a storage unit that I was going to just collect. I'm pretty much just trying to salvage what I can, because I have things that's sentimental, stuff from my grandmother passing away, things that I really can't put a price tag on. I just want to be able to get a court order to just get the rest of my belongings.
I don't know what the rest of. I have a TV. You have no place to put a mattress that's a couple of years old. So you really don't need that. I mean, I can give you an order to get your mattress, but what are you going to do with it? It's just going to cost you to go get it and to store it. So you really don't need it.
I don't need it, but I would like to still get all of my property back. Like the stuff that I paid for, because I worked hard. I furnished
I'm giving
my
you
apartment.
your TV back. You're going to get the TV. I haven't figured out what else it is that you really want to make this whole thing worthwhile. I'm not giving you any money. Do you want the mattress back? You paid for it. You're entitled to it back. I can give you an order for the mattress and the TV.
Okay. And I also have electronics, like from games to controllers, just so much things that
TV, mattress, box spring. He's going to come and get it with a marshal, but he's coming to get it within 5 days from today.
So what if I pull up my bank statements to show that I gave him cash around the same time that whenever it was pulled up and everything? Because I did give him cash for the TV, for the bed, for actually more than he ever even put into it.
Let me explain something to you. Unless you have a check made out to him, I have a problem with somebody who lies to the police.
Ma'am,
I do. I have trouble with somebody who got very angry because her boyfriend, who was living there, watching her son, brought a TV, bought a mattress, bought a box spring, bought all of those things, and then you got annoyed that he was involved again with his child's mother. You dropped off your son someplace else to come back to have a fight with him. You did have an argument with him. Police were called. You said to the police, he doesn't live here.
Your Honor, he moved out.
He doesn't live here. That's what's here.
Your Honor, I never moved out.
He moved out in
We had a
October.
whole business together.
No, we do not. That business is in my name, and I have the receipts to that, too.
You have to understand something. I know what happened. I don't believe you.
Ma'am, I'm telling you the truth.
No, you're not. You're not telling me the truth. That when the police came, you said, he doesn't live here.
Yes.
He doesn't live here. Put him outside.
He took all of his belongings.
Did he take his... Oh, no.
May I finish? He took all of his belongings on October 9th. Whenever he left, without a call, without a text message, without anything, he broke up with me and left. He got back in contact with me in February. Mind you, we never lived together after that.
He was just staying over to watch your son when you got angry in June.
Whenever
It was June. It was June, 4.5 months later.
Which he would go back to his apartment. He would come. He never stayed more than a couple nights consecutively.
Okay. He's coming to get his TV. He's coming to get his mattress and box spring.
Can we
You have a
talk about
counterclaim.
my counterclaim?
You have a counterclaim for damage to the front door.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Damage to the front door.
Kicked my front door down.
Okay. When did he do that?
The day after he was police escorted, they told him not to come back, and the next day he came back and kicked my door down right in front of the police officer.
So he came back with a police officer.
And kicked my door down.
Just a second. He came back with a police officer, and the police officer was there when he broke into your apartment.
Yes, and they were going to take him.
No, tell me what they were going to do. And they did nothing.
Well, they trespassed him from my apartment complex.
I'm asking you, what you're telling me is, madam, which is why I have problems with you right from the get-go. What you're telling me now is he came back to get his property the next day.
He didn't come back
with a police officer.
Yes.
And what you're telling me, a police officer, and what, you live in Florida?
Yes.
What you want me to believe that a police officer saw him kick down your door, go into your apartment, take property, and did nothing. That's what you want me to believe.
He didn't not do anything. He was completely confused on who actually lived there.
You're telling me a police officer was confused.
I'm telling you the truth. They were very confused on who actually lived
Bring me
there.
just a second.
They were trying to figure out if it was my apartment, his apartment. I had to go get my property manager, bring my lease that only had my name on it.
You don't understand. The last place you lived with him full-time, your name was on the lease too. Only yours.
Correct.
And you lived together. So now you took his lease again, just in your name, and said, he's not on the lease, he doesn't live here.
We broke up, though.
Okay. All right, he's coming to get his TV, he's coming to get his mattress.
Miss.
Okay.
And I would like to see a police report. I would like to see.
I also
were
have an
stolen.
iPad.
Just a
back.
second.
Okay.
You're done. You're going to get your TV, your mattress, and your box spring. Unless you have some sort of a police report for me, I don't believe you. I think that you were really angry and you were dishonest with the police and you felt that you were being taken advantage of. You and your girlfriend on September the 1st had a disagreement.
Something like that.
Do you and Brittany live together?
Yes, we do currently.
On September 1st, were you living together?
No.
When did you move in together?
Not long after the whole incident, probably about a month or so after.
Tell me about the incident that happened that caused Brittany to flee and go to the plaintiff's home.
Sure.
And, Kevin, I would like you to show Brittany to the waiting room outside.
This way, please.
All right, Mr. Lees. Now I'd like you to tell me what happened between you and Brittany on September 1st.
She had gone out drinking with Skylar and Mr. Morrow. I was upset that she went out drinking because we had alternate plans.
Okay, just a minute. Had you been working?
I had worked.
And when you came home, how did you find out that she was out with...
She told me, she said, I went out drinking.
How did you communicate?
Phone.
By phone?
Via text.
Just a second.
Back
Via
and
text.
forth.
So you came home from work.
Mm-hmm. She said, we're done, we're coming in. It was later on that night. It had to be a couple hours after I took a shower, and said that she was coming over to the house.
To your house?
Because she knew I was upset, that she had gone out drinking. She was intoxicated, so I was upset.
Oh, just a second. She said she was intoxicated.
Well, just because of the text message change, you know, you could hear, the drinking. You can kind of tell somebody's getting inebriated.
Why don't you show me the text messages on your phone?
Of our back and forth?
Yes.
I had gotten a new...
Everybody
phone.
gets a new phone. Everybody gets a new phone. You know how long I've had my phone? It still has a button on it.
Still a flip?
Yeah. Find the text messages so that I can see them.
Months.
We have the exact date, September 1st, 2023.
That was of the incident, correct?
Mm-hmm. Kevin, would you have, please, the witness find that communication starting in September?
She would probably have it before I would.
Just a second.
Yep. You have to ask her. Stopped at October 15th.
Skylar, did Brittany communicate with you by text or by phone?
By text.
Okay. While I'm taking the rest of his testimony, would you check your phone, please, to see what the messages are on your phone for September 1st? Would you do that? Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Lees. So you were annoyed because, as far as I believe you testified, you could tell that she was inebriated and getting drunker by her text messages. Mm-hmm. What prompted her to come to your house?
Because she wanted to see me. She wanted to come over.
She was going to come to your house.
And what she did.
She did? Mm-hmm. And what time did your girlfriend get to your house?
It was late. It was midnight-ish.
Did she come into your house?
Yes, she came in.
Just a second. Yeah. Did you let her in, or did she have her own key?
No, she don't have her own key.
So you let her in?
Yes, because she said...
Now I want you to start from the point when you let her in the house.
I just was upset with her.
I want you to tell me. Upset is a state of mind. I want you to tell me what she said to you and what you said to her.
She wanted to stay the night. She was obviously, trying to sleep over. And I was still upset. She said, fine, I'm going to John's house.
That's all that happened?
And she said, if you want to come over, you're more than welcome over. I'll be sleeping in the front room.
Okay, so you were upset. What did you say when you were upset to her?
I just wanted space. I was irritated at this point, and I worked.
So you
tired.
said you wanted space.
Yeah.
Now, she was going over to this gentleman's house where her friend was.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh is not an
Yes,
answer.
ma'am.
And she left, and she drove to John's house.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened next?
After she had left, I had left not that far behind her because I was more concerned about her safety. As I sat there, I was like, she shouldn't be driving right now. So as concerned, I left about 10, 15 minutes behind her. And when I got there, I had stopped getting responses. So it was to the point of like, well, what's going on?
Well, this was about midnight. That's what
Yeah.
you said. And you
She
went
had left like an hour after. We sat there for a little bit and talked.
Oh, well, you forgot to tell me that.
Yeah. Well,
I sort of forgot to tell me that. You said you wanted space.
I did. I was just over the night and everything. It was a long night at work.
So now we're at 1 o'clock. Because if you said you
My
chatted...
time frames might be off a little bit here.
They
with
better
the-
get straight, sir. You've been in court before?
In the past.
In the past.
As a young one.
Okay, so it's important that you remember, and you've had some time to remember because according to you, you weren't drunk. You had just come home from work. So you should be clear-headed. So you did chat with her for an hour, tell her how upset you were, and she wanted to stay, and you're all right, then I'm going to John. It happened in a very civilized fashion. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
She can't
I'm
take
sorry.
down uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Okay. And she stopped responding to you. At some point, when you tried to text her, she was in John's house.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes.
What happened next?
And then I got irritated that, she stopped responding. I just said, well, screw it. I should go home. I was getting eaten up by mosquitoes. And she did say, come knock on the window if I fall asleep to wake me up if you want me to come
really?
back over.
Just a second. When did she say that to you? Before or after you told her that you weren't interested in her staying for the night?
She said, if you change your mind, come knock on the window. I'll be in the front room.
She said that by text?
No, in person, in front of my garage as she was leaving.
Do I look stupid? Is there
No.
a sign here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you've been texting each other, but that she told you, she said, come and wake me up
If you change your mind.
by knocking at the window.
Because I didn't want to have sex. I was irritated.
Well, what did you want to have when you went over to his house at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I kind of wanted to apologize for being a...
Okay, so this is what the case is about. He broke the window in your house,
Correct.
and you wanted him to pay for the repair of the window.
Correct.
Got it. Simple as that.
Should be.
Now you can bring in Brittany.
Thanks.
Okay, Brittany, you stand next to Mr. Leese.
Okay.
I have a few questions for you. Mr. Leese tells me that the two of you were not living together on September 1st. Is that right?
Correct.
And that night on September 1st, Mr. Leese was working.
Correct.
What time does he usually get home?
I can't remember the day it is. Normally Tuesday, Wednesdays, he does work 14 hours. Sometimes on Thursdays, he does work 14 hours also, but I can.
Do you remember? I don't want to
Sorry,
hear.
no.
I don't want you to open your mouth.
Yes, ma'am.
That night he was coming home later,
Correct.
and you decided to go out with your friend and her boyfriend.
Correct.
What time did you leave?
Around possibly 6 or 7.
Were you staying at Mr. Leese's house?
At the time, I was actually staying with my roommate. I was over her house. I may have stopped at his house just for a few minutes.
He wasn't home.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So now we're at about 6. You went out for dinner.
Dinner, a few drinks.
And how did you communicate with Mr. Leese that you were out for the evening with your friend and her boyfriend?
I was just letting him know that I was going over to her house and I would be there soon.
And you were communicating with him by text message.
Correct.
You have your text messages for that night?
I tried to scroll back to that night. I couldn't bring up anything because it was so many text messages are in there. I couldn't bring it up. I just kept scrolling.
Okay. So you texted him that you were out for dinner and a few drinks. And what did he say to you in the text?
I can't remember at the time of what.
Was
what
he
we were saying.
happy that you were out with John and Skylar?
Well, we had a little disagreement.
Careful. I know everything.
Okay.
I want you to know that I know everything. Was he happy that you were out with John and Skylar?
No.
What did he text you?
He was sending me messages that to not come back until I was ready to come home the next day. So that's what I did.
You didn't go over to his house?
I did go over to his house after we got done going out. I did, yes.
Yes. You went over to his house?
Correct.
And what time did you get there?
I want to say it was around 12 a.m., 1 a.m.
Okay. And what happened when you got there?
He politely asked me to leave, and I tried telling him like I wanted to try and work it out with him. And he politely asked me to leave again, and I continued to stay there, trying to, overbear him with everything that was going on.
Like what?
Of us arguing, of me going out with them.
What was wrong with going out with them? No, look at me. Brittany, I'm asking you a question. What was wrong with going out with your friend and her boyfriend? What did he say was wrong with you going out?
I was too intoxicated at the time.
Is that what he said to you?
I believe so.
Were you drunk?
I was.
Did you drive to his house?
Before
you
we
drive
went
to
out.
his house at
Yes.
12 o'clock?
Yes.
Drunk?
No, I was not drunk.
Well, just a second. You either were drunk or you weren't drunk. You said he was mad because I was too intoxicated, and you drove there. Were you drunk or were you not drunk? Now you're not drunk.
I was drunk. I was
Okay. So
very
you
much
drove
drunk.
So you drove drunk,
Correct.
and he told you to leave
He did.
politely.
Politely.
Just a second.
Politely at first, yes. Politely.
I just want to tell you who you're dealing with. I'm 80 years old, plus one. This is not stupid. How did he tell you to leave?
At first, he nicely asked me to leave. And then I kept going on and on, continuing to ask him if I could stay. And it kept making him upset. It made him upset, which is understandable. I get that. And then
And then what?
I told
You're
him
getting red in the chest. Be careful.
I told him that I would just leave and I would go back to their house and stay.
When he got upset, what happened?
When I told him I was leaving?
No, before you wouldn't leave when he got upset. Do you remember what you texted your friend Skylar?
No, I don't.
Well, Skylar has it on her phone. Kevin, can I see the...
So this is from lunchtime to
Well, you had been fighting with him all day. You'd been fighting with him all day. That's what you told her.
I'm guessing so. I don't.
What do you mean you're guessing so? That's what you told her. Am I reading this wrong? You weren't fighting with John.
no.
You were fighting with him all day.
I don't remember anything that I had said.
What's your first name? Yours.
Joshua.
Me and Josh have been fighting all night and day. I really don't want to sit around and think about anything. I've had 2 hours sleep, and that's it. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
She tells you you need clothes. I can see if I have anything in this bag, but I doubt I do. I'm crying. I'm trying to calm down before I get there. Does that sound familiar?
I don't remember.
You're literally dumb. You'll let your man hit you, and you won't call the police. That sound familiar?
I don't remember any of the messages.
Stand up, please. To your friend Skylar, he wants to resolve it, and he was saying he would literally give John money to help fix it. He just wants everything dropped because the police were called, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And this is you talking, correct?
Correct.
He was just trying to come wake me up to talk and apologize to me and didn't think when he knocked on the window it was that hard. He said he truly didn't mean it at all and has repeatedly said he's sorry. Is that what you said to your friend Skylar?
Correct.
All righty. And then the response is, Brittany, he wrapped his hand around a blank shirt to punch the window out. He was just knocking. Are you blank kidding me? Are you guys getting back together? And you respond, he said he didn't wrap it up at all. He just said he just had it in his hand and didn't even use that hand. It was the opposite one. And I don't know. I told him things need to be resolved and things need to get fixed. If Johnny could just drop everything, I would be happy. Josh is going to make everything right. Now, how did you know Josh is going to make everything right? Because you spoke to him.
Correct.
And he told you he was going to make everything right with the window. He just didn't want the police involved anymore. I'm listening.
Correct.
All righty. What's the issue, Josh? You went over to wake her up. You were mad. And you broke his window.
The window wasn't broken when I went there.
So your girlfriend's a liar.
I'm not saying she's a liar. That's what I was pressed. They were like, either you're gonna.
No. I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking to you about what you said to your girlfriend. She says you told her you're just going to make it right.
Yeah.
You'll make everything right. You just don't want the police involved.
He was upset. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I was trying to make everyone happy. I'm trying to be a peacemaker here with this.
All right. You were awakened, I don't know, it says 3 o'clock in the morning. Is that the time it was?
It was about 4:51 a.m.
Okay, and you heard a crash in your house?
Shattering, yes.
Okay, and what did you do?
The house. Jumped up out of bed. We were dead asleep. Couldn't tell where it came from, so started searching the rooms to see what happened. Brittany came out of her room. We asked her if her window was okay. She said, yeah. So I'm checking all the other windows throughout the house. Can't find anything. Finally, I go into Brittany's room, and there's glass all over the bed she was sleeping in, because the window was right next to the bed.
Now, you remember that? That sound familiar? Brittany, pay careful attention. I have the phone. Does it sound familiar that there was broken glass in the room where you were sleeping?
Correct.
All right. Perfect. The glass wasn't broken when you went to sleep, right?
She was.
I'm not asking you anything. The glass wasn't broken when you went to sleep, was it?
Correct.
You remember Johnny coming down to look to see what the noise was? Yes. You remember Johnny coming down in the early morning to see what had happened?
Yes.
Do you remember him going into your room?
Yes, but that was after, we searched the entire house.
He searched with you. And then when he went into your room, where you had been sleeping, I assume, the window that was broken was in your room.
Correct.
All righty. You don't have to be a genius to connect these dots. I have a great-grandchild who's going to be a year old tomorrow. He could connect these dots. How much did it cost to fix the window?
The replacement window was $81.20.
You have the...
I do. It was 2 payments in yellow.
$2,081.
Correct.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much. You better rethink this. I'm telling you, you better rethink it. For your own sake, you better rethink it.
This court is adjourned.
I didn't break the window. And $2,100 for a window in Florida, that's not impact proof. That's insane.
I think the judge was very fair and could see through their lies and their story of what happened that night.
Just a casual knock, and maybe my bracelet hairline fractured it, but I didn't break that window when I left there.
Yeah, well, it was definitely broken. We have pictures and video of it as well.
I'm happy it's behind me. It's outrageous, $2,180 for a window. That's That's unheard of.
I think instead of running around breaking windows at 4 a.m., he should probably get a second job so he could afford his actions.
It should be bulletproof for that price.
Thank you, Judy Justice.
Mr. Casabo, your case is relatively simple. You claim that the defendant gave you a dog and then took it back. And in the process of trying to prevent the defendant or her surrogates, her employees, from taking the dog back, you were injured by her employees. That's your lawsuit. The defendant says that you're an animal abuser. She never gave you the dog. It was a trial basis to see how it worked out. You neglected the dog, causing it to be injured and requiring surgery on the dog.
Yes.
Okay. First, tell me where the two of you live.
I live in South Jersey.
South Jersey.
Do you have a business, or is it a rescue service, or?
I raise Dalmatians.
Dalmatians, they're the firehouse dogs.
Yes, that's it.
How long have you been doing that?
I've had them most of my life, but for the last 8 years, I've been raising them.
How do you know the plaintiff?
He contacted me interested in adopting one of adult dogs that we have. I often
You
help.
have a website?
Facebook page, mostly, and a website. And I also help other people rehome their dogs, so we have a pretty big following. So people, if they can't keep their Dalmatians, will reach out to me.
Just Dalmatians?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Casabo, what motivated you to contact her?
I wanted a Dalmatian, and I'd seen it on the internet, the Dalmatian farm, so I called her.
Okay. Had you had a dog previously?
Yes, I've had 2 other Dalmatians for 13 years.
When did they pass?
One in '06 and one 4 years ago.
You decided it was time to get another dog?
Yes.
Okay, so you contacted the defendant, had a discussion with her. She said she had an adult dog. How old?
Like a year old. She had 3 of them, she said.
Male or female?
A female.
You made arrangements to go and see the dog?
Yes.
Saw the dog. Did you take it home that day?
What happened was when I got there were 3 of them, and I really didn't like any of them. And she said, you know what? Wait 1 second. She goes, I got one upstairs I forgot about.
Don't look at there.
She said, wait a minute. She said, I got one upstairs I forgot about. She come down with Baby, that's what I named her. And she come down, beautiful dog, and jumped in my arms, and I left with her in an Uber.
And how old was that dog?
Like a year old.
Why were you parting with that dog?
That particular one, I never used her in my breeding program. I raised her from a puppy. She was born with me. And she was really gentle, really, in his situation that he explained that he had a stroke, he needed a gentle dog. I felt she would have made a great match for him, and she was 2.
When did you have your stroke?
September 21.
And that's why he told you he wanted a dog, because he had had a stroke?
He wanted a dog, not a puppy, because he wanted something that didn't require so much work.
Okay. And this was a year old who had not been in your breeding program?
She was 2 at the time.
2?
Yeah, she's 2.
Okay. So on what date did you take the dog home, Mr.
I
Castle?
believe it was the beginning of January.
Give me a date in January. Do you have the date?
Yeah, I believe it was the 18th. Yeah, it was the 18th of January.
When he came to your house?
Correct.
And took the dog?
Correct.
Okay. And you had the dog for how long, sir, before the dog had an accident?
The dog got hit on February 22nd, I believe.
Is that the date that you have? Mm-hmm. Okay, so approximately 1 month later, the dog somehow got out of your house and was hit by a car.
My plumber let him out, yes. My plumber let him out by accident.
Whoever let him out, can't blame somebody else. The dog was in your care. The dog got out of the house.
Yes.
And was hit by a car.
Yes.
On what day was that?
February 24th.
And it was the 28th that he called you?
Yeah, he called me. It was a Tuesday in February. The 24th is the day that I took her to the vet. But he actually called me.
The 24th was the day you took her to the vet with the injury from being hit.
She had been hit a week earlier.
You have the vet report?
I have the vet report from when I got the dog back from him.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What I'm asking you, sir, is not when she took the dog. When was the dog hit by a car? She has the vet report. You want to tell me?
It was that Thursday that she got.
So Thursday, she was hit by a car.
Yes.
And you didn't call her until Saturday.
I would not need to call her. What it is she called me every few days since the day that I got the dog. Because
to check.
To check on the dog, and I found out why is because she was really the owner. When I got the dog, she told me that it was a year old and that the owners that bought it off of her had moved out of town and they couldn't take the dog with her. And so they had to give it back. So she took it back from them.
What does that have to do with the question that I asked you, which was she called you every few days to find out how the dog was?
Yes.
And when she called you on Saturday, you told her that the dog had gotten hit by a car the previous Thursday.
2 days earlier.
2 days earlier, the dog had gotten hit by a car.
Yes.
And?
I could not catch her. She was running around the house, and the state troopers even helped me for 3 straight days.
So that on Thursday, she was hit by a car.
Thursday's the day she got out.
Thursday was the day she got out. Do you know when she was hit by a car?
Yes, on Saturday.
Now it's coming clearer. So the dog did not sleep in your house Thursday night or Friday night?
No, it was loose. We'll come to find out.
Shh. I'm asking questions, you give me answers.
Okay.
The dog got loose on Thursday. You didn't contact her on Thursday. Pay attention to me. You didn't contact her on Thursday. Sir, I'm asking you a question.
I did. I spoke to her every day since it got loose. I talked to her on Thursday.
Okay, so you did contact her on Thursday?
Yes.
Did you give him any advice on Thursday?
He actually contacted me on a Tuesday, and the dog had already been loose and been hit by a car on a Sunday, and then 2 days later is when he contacted me to tell me at that time the dog was running loose at his house. He couldn't catch her. He was concerned about getting her microchip number to get official ownership. I didn't have that on me. I was in New York. And then I offered to send my girls over to help catch her. At that point, 20 minutes later, he tells me, don't bother, she just got hit by a car and she ran off.
And this was what date?
This was a Tuesday. On the maybe the 20th. I got possession of the dog on the 24th, which was a Saturday. The 20th is when he finally called me to tell me the dog was running loose. And then he told me she got hit by a car 20 minutes later.
That was on the 20th?
On the 20th. But she actually had gotten hit on Sunday, like the 18th.
And the dog got to the vet on the 24th?
The day I brought her to the vet, or my girls did, yeah.
Okay. Now, I'd like just to see the vet report, please.
I do have pictures of her injuries.
I'd like to see them. Ooh. You seen pictures of the dog's leg?
I seen it live.
Well, when you saw it live, why didn't you take the dog immediately to the vet?
I couldn't catch her, ma'am. When the dog got loose on Tuesday, it was gone, like out of sight. And she called to see how it was.
Let me ask you this question. So, according to you, you tried, your neighbors tried.
The state troopers.
The state troopers tried. Nobody could get the dog, so the dog was walking around with this.
No, it didn't get hit till Saturday. The 24th is the day it got hit. I immediately
No, that's not what she says.
I know that. You're right.
That's not what she says. That's not the 24th. That's the day she got hit.
That's the day I got the dog from him. That was after she'd been hit a week already.
No.
Is that the truth? I'm reading the vet's report.
It's not the truth. She got hit on the 24th.
Did any of your neighbors see the dog get hit on the 24th?
Yes.
Who?
My neighbor, both neighbors across the street.
Your Honor, I might be able to help you with that. Mm-hmm. So I have a report from the animal control.
Oh, may I see it,
that
please?
has been dealing with him for years.
That's easy.
And there's also a transcript of a phone call from his neighbor. I also have I can play you the audio of it.
Hold on 1 second. You would venture to say, Mr. Kosovo, that if the dog was hit by a car a day or 2 or 3, just listen to my question, a day or 2 or 3 before it was taken to the vet, you shouldn't have that dog.
I agree.
Right, let's all be clear about that.
Yeah.
You said that you had previously had Dalmatians.
Yes.
What about your beagles?
I have rabbit dogs.
What about your beagles?
What about them?
Well, did you have the beagles after the last Dalmatian died?
Yes, I've had them, yes.
That's a yes. That's
Yes.
not a hard question.
Yeah.
English is your primary language, right?
Yes.
Good. And how many times did animal control tell you that they didn't want your beagles running around because it was dangerous? How many times?
Probably half a dozen every time.
Half a dozen. And eventually, they were rehomed, the two beagles.
That's a lie.
Mr. Cosmo should not have custody of any animals. His original two beagles that continually got use eventually were rehomed due to his negligence, just with opening the door so they could run loose.
They've never in the hand.
One of the beagles needed medical care, and the police did a seizure forfeiture of the dogs. That's from the Shore Animal Control. I'm just reading you.
Yeah.
I'm just reading you, sir. So this wasn't an accident. This was a history. You were told in January and February not to let this dog out. This dog was let out before.
The beagles?
This dog was let out before February 24th. Let out by you. And you were told not to do it.
Told not to do what?
Let your dogs out.
I have beagles. I have 3 acres of land, and it's all woods. And my beagles run rabbits. And when I would let them out purposely to run the rabbits. And then the neighbors would call because they didn't like the noise.
On January 27th, his newly adopted Dalmatian was running at large. A finder returned the dog on 2/18. He leaves his door open and the Dalmatian is getting out. On 2/22, his dog was hit by a car and needed medical care. Person he adopted the dog from was picking up and transporting the dog to the hospital. That was on the 22nd. On the 24th, resident calling for an update on his dog that was hit by a car. She stated she knew it was going to happen if he couldn't contain the dogs. Did you provide this information to Animal Control?
No, they provided it to me.
To you? Okay, I'd like to see the next statement from the neighbor, please.
Okay, so this is a transcript of an audio call, but so Animal Control sent me voicemails of that. I can play it for you.
I'm looking for the date of this.
On the 22nd of February is when Animal Control sent me the voice recordings of
this voice recording.
That, because I was in contact with them about.
So this was on the 22nd.
That they sent it to me. So it was probably before that.
Let's say it was the 22nd.
Okay.
Because this talks about the dog getting hit. So it happened, and you retrieved the dog on the 24th?
And I got the dog on the 24th, yeah.
Okay, well, that's 2 days. Okay, so let's understand this, Mr. Casavone. You had the dog for about a month?
Yes.
In that month's time, the dog got out several times?
Yeah, the dog was a runner.
Now, this was not the first time you let other dogs out, and you had difficulties with other dogs that you had left out. You would relinquish the beagles to Animal Control. Did you turn the beagles over to Animal Control?
No, ma'am.
What did you do with the beagles?
I sold them to another rabbit hunter.
Why did you sell them?
Because I don't want to take care of them anymore. I couldn't really afford it, and it's hard enough just to get around.
So what did you get another dog for?
Rabbit dogs, they lived in a pen since they were born. I didn't get them till they were 9 years old. And, it's not really much of a pet, and I don't like keeping an animal in a cage.
Well, you didn't keep the beagles in a cage. They were out all the time.
No, man, the only time they got out was when I let them out to run the rabbits. And when I let them out, the neighbors would call the cops.
Okay, fine. All right, so now this is what the case is about. You want the dog back. You had the dog, or you had the dog. You want the dog back. They took the dog to the vet. They paid thousands of dollars in vet bills to get the dog's legs set, bandaged, taken care of. You want the dog back.
Yes.
Can't have it back. Now let's get to the other part of your case. The other part of your case is that you were assaulted by her employees or people she wasn't there in the car when the dog was finally caught. Was she there? She driving.
She said she was in New York, and she said...
Shh. That's not what just answer my question. Was she in the car?
No.
When the car that was being driven by the two people that came to pick up the dog allegedly hurt you.
Yes.
Was she in the car?
No.
No, she wasn't. Speak.
No.
Good. Then what are you suing her for? If they committed a crime by assaulting you with the car, because what I gather was from your papers, you were trying to open up the car door. The car was moving with the dog in the car, and you knew where they were going. They were taking it to the vet. They had finally caught it. And you said you saw with your own eyes. I said, you want to see the pictures? You said, no, I saw it with my own eyes. So you saw that the dog was injured.
Yeah, I helped them put it in the car.
Right. And they were taking the dog to the vet. So you knew where they were going. They weren't taking it.
No, I didn't know. I made the appointment for the animal shelter earlier that morning, the second I got hit. I called immediately, told them the leg got broke. I'm trying to get her now. I'm bringing her straight to you.
The dog got hit 2 days before. That's what the voicemail says, that on the 22nd of February, this neighbor talks about the dog getting hit by a car.
Well, they might have seen it. I didn't see the dog get hit.
Well, then you say, I didn't see the dog getting hit. On the 24th was the first day I saw the dog.
Yes.
Well, that's a different story. You understand that?
Yes.
The dog got hit and was suffering for 2 days before you saw it.
I couldn't catch it, yes.
You can't have the dog back. That's clear. The only other part of your case is whether or not you got hurt when they were trying to take the dog and you were trying to get the dog out of the back seat of the car to the vet. That's what your case is about. You say that you were pulling the car door open, trying to get another one of their dogs out of the car because they had brought a second dog to try to entice your dog. That's what you say.
Yeah.
You were trying to grab their dog and they sped away and they ran you over.
Yep.
Well, if that's the story, then did you file a police report?
Yeah, the troopers come, they escorted the lady back with the dog.
Just a second. Forget about the dog. You're not getting the dog back. You shouldn't have custody of a gerbil. Well, maybe that would be a good companion for you since you don't get around too easily and that has a cage. That's where it goes. It's very happy. You want to let it out in your house. Why sue her if somebody else hit you with their car?
For the medical bills, because she said because she's the one who sent her there. I didn't want to sue for the money. I wanted the dog back.
Oh, you don't want to sue for the money?
I did just for the medical bills. I'm not trying to get any free money.
Sorry. Sue the person who hit you with the car. That wasn't her. She wasn't in the car. Bye. Your case is dismissed. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
Everything said was a lie. What it was is the lady, it was her dog.
I think she was perfectly spot on. She could see that he was lying about quite a few things.
The truth is, it was her dog the whole time.
Unfortunately, I made a poor judgment call of giving the dog to him in the first place. Totally changed my protocol.
Me and the troopers and neighbors tried to catch it, tried the best we could.
Thankfully, he called me to come get her, and we were able to quickly get the dog and save her leg. She almost lost it.
Get another dog.
I just hope that whoever he tries to get a dog from is smart enough to do their research on who they adopt dogs to and not make the mistake I did.
So the plaintiff clearly does not win this case, and I don't think any of us really thought he was going to be making this case with some money or the dog back. At first, I thought, this is weird. You got a dog from a breeder, and the dog is yours. So why the heck is this breeder taking the dog back? That doesn't make any sense to me. But then, obviously, it sounded like it was a trial period, which, to be fair, I have never heard of a trial period dog adoption type of situation. For whatever reason, I feel like that's a little bit too weird. I wouldn't be okay with that, but I guess in this case ended up working out for the life of this dog. The question I have is that this dog quite literally got hit by a car to the point where their leg was just completely obliterated. And the state trooper, the neighbors, he couldn't catch the dog. No one could catch this dog for multiple days. And then some little old ladies come by and pick up the dog fine. I just don't buy it. I feel like the story has a lot of holes in it and something's not adding up. The one thing that is adding up, though, is that this guy definitely should not be, owning dogs. He should not be getting random dogs that are not trained. He needs to get an emotional support animal that is able to be there for him and help him in a time of need, not while he's chasing after a dog when he's walking on a stinking cane, for goodness sake. I mean, come on. So I want to know your thoughts on this case, guys. Do you think that we should always have breeders be allowed to take a dog back for any reason? I feel like I don't know how I feel about that, but I want to know, do you guys think that that's fair? In this case, did it work out? Was it good? And do you agree with this judgment? I want to know in the comments down below.